September 22nd because of a diplomatic spat with Ottawa over human rights. Arthi Pohl is here with the details. What more do we know, Arthi?
So what we do know is that, in fact, the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Canada had said that it was late at night on Monday that they were having another teleconference regarding this issue, which they say they are regularly having now for stakeholders who are interested in knowing whether or not these more than 1,000 medical trainees really will be able to stay in the country. And there was word from the Saudi Ministry of Education that, in fact, they're going to extend that as long as far as about a year. We know that previously the deadline had been August 31st, then September 22nd, and that was, as you mentioned, following that diplomatic spat when Chrystia Freeland, our Foreign Affairs Minister, had tweeted that she was calling on Saudi Arabia to release some human rights activists. And we know that this is more than 1,000 medical graduates really who are training at hospitals here in Canada. If they had departed, this would have created quite a gap in the workflow because they actually are treating a lot of Canadian patients as part of the training program. And this program has been in existence for about 40 years. Now, we had a chance to speak with the CEO of the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Canada, and he says these particular trainees play a vital role in the system.
They're not. We don't call them students because these are people who may be doing the operation on you or me if we needed one under very distant supervision by a senior staff person. These would be people who've got 5 or 6 years of post-MD training under their belt and are here doing advanced research or clinical practice.
So for these trainees, it is unclear, those who already have left, what this means for them, whether or not they'll be able to return or how it might affect their future careers as well, Rashmi.
And it wasn't only these medical graduates in training who were ordered to leave, right? All students were ordered to go back to Saudi Arabia. So any news on the next steps for them?
Well, what's interesting is that we're talking about 8,000 other students, 8,000 undergraduates or students who were studying other disciplines, and we don't know whether or not this will also apply to them in the coming days, but as it stands right now, they still need to leave Canada and head back to Saudi Arabia, and that is again just one of the restrictions that Saudi Arabia had placed as a response to that tweet sent out by Freeland. And we will quickly just go through some of the other restrictions that were placed by the country. We know that they had frozen all new business with Canada. They also were recalling the Canadian ambassador, expelling the Canadian ambassador from Saudi Arabia, and also all post-secondary students, so that includes those 8,000 that we're talking about, and canceling all flights as well between Canada and Saudi Arabia. So could this turn